I'm going to do this. I don't know if you saw it yet, but I'm going to do this experiment on you, and let's just see if you sense it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Deepak Chopra did. I fully said I'm just gonna steal this because it's like the coolest thing I have ever seen. Um, so what color is the sky?
Did I say it? Blue? Okay.
Yeah, blue. All right. Hmm. Okay. So what color is sky? Blue. So you know the answer, right? You already know the answer. So don't say the answer out loud, or just don't say the answer until I raise my hand. Okay.
Okay.
What color is the sky? Wait, I
Blue.
just said it. Oh, okay. All right. Did you feel the gap there? The pause?
Sure.
Like the waiting? You're like, I'm just like, you're just waiting. You weren't like, you know what I mean? You weren't like,
Yeah, yeah,
blue,
yeah.
blue, 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 blue. Because you already knew the answer. You're just like, I'm just waiting. Blue. Right? And what he was saying is that's no mind. That's meditation. And I
Mm.
was like, that is exactly it, bro. When people are like I just turn off my mind when I'm doing jujitsu. And like, what does that mean? I'm like, literally that thing right there where it's just, yeah, you're just absorbing. And that's why I'm so fast. And like when they're like, oh, you really pay attention, you can really copy these moves. Even in knife fighting, you know, they're like, they'll do a pattern. And I'm just like watching, like, okay, cool. But,
Hmm.
and I'm trying to tell them because they're like, how'd you pick up the pattern so fast? I'm trying to tell them, like, it's because you're going left, right, right, left, right in your head. I'm watching you even say left, right, left. I'm sitting
Hmm.
watching
Hmm.
you do it, but I'm not
Yeah.
doing any of that. I'm just going. My body's just replicating what you just did, bro. And then but I think that's a superpower, bro. Because like people are like, how are you so like able to copy? It's like because I'm not thinking about it. Because you're adding
Mm-hmm.
more. You know what it is, bro. You saw him do it. Just do it. Just like you know, blue was the answer. Just do it.
Hmm. Hmm.
But if you want like blue, 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 then it's like, oh, you're like cluttering yourself. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, interesting, right? So
Hmm.
one thing that he said was as well is that that gap is the mind of God. You're like, what do you mean, bro? So that gap is where infinite potential lies because nothing is coming. That's the superposition of your thought because all possibilities are possible. It's only when thought comes that you can do it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like creativity. So it's like, where did that idea come from? I don't know. But it's because you're in that like waiting, that
Right.
superposition, right? You know, quantum physics, like all potentials are possible. So like,
Hmm.
so when he's like, that is the mind of God, it's because God creates, right? I'm making this up now. He didn't say this, but I'm like, oh, I figured, I know what you're saying. So like, because God is creation, right? We can
Hmm.
agree, like God created Earth, God created us. So what is God? God's creation, bro. You've been saying it, you know. God created the Word,
Sure.
okay? So He's creation. So, um, if God's creation, then the mind of God is no mind because at that point you have infinite potential. Infinite potential is God,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And then like an act is God's creation. It's like God acting.
Hmm.
Interesting, right? When you think of it that way, because it's
Yeah.
like that is like the Big Bang. Like what was happening before the Big Bang? Like that. Nothing. Like nothing was happening before the Big Bang, bro. Until like something happened and then it triggered it, you know?
Hmm.
When I raised my hand, you said blue. It's like something triggered the superposition.
Hmm.
Yeah. And the superposition, like if you're like talking about quantum physics, it's like until there's an observer to that thing, allegedly a particle is in superposition, meaning that it's in all potential states until we observe it and then it collapses into that one state.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, you made it real because you witnessed it.
Right.
And what he said was, we don't see and then believe. We believe and therefore we see. So
Mm-hmm.
like what we believe is what we're going to end up seeing. It's not the other way around. You're not seeing something, so you're like believing it. It's like rose colored glasses. You and I could have the exact same day, but like my belief is this day sucks, so everything's gonna suck. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everything's great, so everything's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
Right.
You know, but when you think of it like that, it's like you're systematizing spirituality, bro. Like these are all things that we're like trying to talk about, but it's like, how do you explain this to someone? And then like science and spirituality are like finally catching up.